What's up guys, Luke here, and today we're going to be doing a quick play of Big Rigs Over the Road Racing, a legendarily terrible game that I'm sure anyone who knows anything about bad games will have heard of. So, you have a choice of 4 trucks, and 4 tracks that actually work. I believe Small Town Road doesn't work, and let's start playing. And waiting for it to load. Now, I haven't muted any sound. It just doesn't work. There is supposed to be some sound, but yeah. It's a racing game, but it's one that doesn't exactly work properly. As you can see, the lights are glitchy as hell. The physics model is ridiculous. Yes, the AI did not move off the start. There is no collision detection whatsoever. And there's so many graphical glitches. It's sort of unreal that this was actually released as a retail game. This was not made by some bloke in a shed and then just passed off online for free. This was a full retail game, and it wasn't even a $5 or £5 title. From what I recall, it's something like 20 quid. So let's just watch the horrendous lighting effects, the fact that trucks don't behave anything like trucks. The braking and acceleration is okay, although the fact that the acceleration is just linear for most of the way. But the handling just is ridiculously floaty, even compared to what you'd expect a real truck to do, and there's very much a massive case of input lag. It's probably a good couple of tenths of a second between you pressing the button and actually going anywhere, which is something I don't normally notice even with a wireless keyboard, which I use. Frame rate is fine, but the graphics settings don't make any difference, and they don't actually stay on when you quit the game. And you can go up as many vertical hills as you want, and the game won't penalise you. And you can just drive around in space forever. You do not slow down whilst turning around corners either. But what I haven't done yet is showing you the game's party trick. So let's just stop the truck, which takes quite a while, which is one of the few bits that's actually realistic. Now watch the acceleration and watch the speed. And then make everyone dizzy by doing that. It is, in theory, impossible to actually hit a speed limit unless there's an actual overflow somewhere. So as you can see, I am now reversing through the track at a ridiculous rate of knots, and the speed is still going up. Look how quickly the truck turns around as well. It's ridiculous. And we're now doing 700 miles an hour, and the faster you go, the faster it accelerates, because that's clearly how physics work. It's just ridiculous. How on earth they managed to do something this broken? But watch what happens when I lift off the throttle. It stops dead. And yes, it's now glitching all over the place because I'm a long way off the actual map. Apologies that it's so dark. I don't actually know where the map is, to be honest. I'm so far off it, I don't think I'll ever be able to regain it. Even the time and the penalty, which there is no penalty system in this game, by the way, they don't fit. And I think it's safe to say that my truck has fallen off the edge of the world due to its excessive speed. It's like some kind of ghost rising out. Quit to Windows or return to race. Well, that's not what I would want to do, but quit Windows just drops me here. Let's take that truck again. It's got Forgotten Road 1. Loading screens take forever again. Note how the truck doesn't move. Graphics are simply poor, to put it mildly. Oh, and watch the behaviour on the bridge. Yep. Bridge doesn't exist in anything other than just a bitmap, really. I don't know what they thought they were doing when they published this game. It's so far from finished, it's not even funny. It's got more bugs in it than the code I wrote for my A-levels. Although it does have some of the highest frame rate I've ever actually recorded with fraps, at least in this map. And it's just ridiculous. The basics are here. I mean, the basic physics of the actual handling are there, although decelerating when you go up hills isn't. I don't think there is actually top speed when going forwards either. It just keeps accelerating infinitely, but slower and slower. But it's just so lackluster and so half-arsed in every single way. It's unreal. I mean, look where those lights are. They're just as bad in the other trucks, even when they don't have backs on. I'm not convinced I've activated those checkpoints properly. I'm pretty sure I missed the one before it. So, like, again, the truck models are they're good starts. They're lacking in a lot of detail, even for, I think it was 02 this game came out in. Am I even triggering these? I'm pretty sure those are supposed to go green when I go through them. I can't even remember. It's been a while since I played this. But there's just no redeeming features to this game whatsoever. There is a reason this is considered by many to be the worst game of all time. And to be perfectly honest, I have to agree with them. It's not even so bad it's good. It's just so bad that you wonder why. It's like they came up with a 3D engine, a very basic 3D graphical engine, stuck some trucks in it, and just released that with the vaguest hint of a physics model. It's ridiculous. Hopefully, I haven't actually missed any checkpoints. It's hard to tell. No, I didn't. I'm triggering them still, so again, another brilliantly working bridge. It's weird to talk about something like this having potential, but it did. It did have a backstory to it that had absolutely no relevance to the game, but I don't think it would necessarily have been a good game had it been finished, but here we go. One lap is actually 2 laps on this track. You can only have single lap races. Now the frame rate is recording. The frame rate goes all over the place whilst recording. It's not great when not recording, but I'm now confused. Where am I going? I was too busy driving through buildings. I'm not busy enough watching the road. There we are. It's now turned into more of a let's play, but and the sky looks good for its time. Clutching at straws here. So do the mountains. I mean, I've seen worse textures from newer games than this, but it's just ridiculous. I don't understand how anyone could have been happy releasing this. I mean, it's not a flat world. It's very nice and authentic in that regard, or at least it would be if the bumps and the hills made the slightest bit of difference. It just doesn't. Speedo, digital speedo is very hard to read. I mean, I don't know if I am actually at top speed or if I am still very slowly accelerating. 81.7. The odometer says I've done 10.4 miles, which is ridiculous. That doesn't correspond with the time and speed one bit. And now we're approaching start finish. No, I think it's just broken, unless I missed a checkpoint somewhere. But that's not possible. So, as you can see, you can't even finish races sometimes. So, unfortunately, I can't show you the legendary "You Are Winner" model. Also, did you spot those lighting effects there? Ignoring this horribly glitchy bit. Yep. This checkpoint light, folks, shows up through the ground. Outrageously ridiculous. And look at me turning in such a small space. So, on this dizzying note, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, comment, and as always, if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. I appreciate all my subscribers, and I love talking with the ones that I have. And don't ever buy this game. I mean, if you have to acquire it, in inverted commas, then feel free, but don't pay any money for this. It's not worth it. Even just to say you bought it, it's just ridiculous. But yeah, I hope to see you back here in the very near future, and I will be playing games that are just a tinsy bit more advanced than this one. Although, having said that, Tetris is probably more advanced than this one, or at least more advanced in the bits that work. As in, Tetris works, this doesn't. Anyway, look out, have a good day, folks, and I shall see you shortly, I hope.